That's some real mental toughness right there and grit, man. Right? Toe to toe the whole way. Wasn't going our way. You guys stood up. You stood up and made a big time play. TV, great.
Like we all expected, the Buffalo Bills won on Thursday night, but it did not go the way that many thought that it would. It was actually a close, exciting game down to the wire. I had plans for the second half. I was going to work on some stuff. I wasn't going to sit there and watch the game and only the game. I thought the contest would be over. I thought that we would just be playing out the final 30 minutes of the game perfunctorily, and I would have been able to multitask. Nope. Had to sit there and watch the game. Not that I minded. I was pleasantly surprised to have 3 full hours of football entertainment last night as the Bills beat the Dolphins 31-21. Didn't cover. Some of us were rooting for the late cover. Not that I wagered, just because I want to be right. I picked the Bills to cover the 12.5. I thought they would. They did not. But the Dolphins, and I don't know, Michael. I don't know what this really means. We're going to break it all down. They still lost by 10 points. This might be the most positive a team's ever been after losing a game by double digits. But when you go in there expecting to lose by 40, I guess if you lose only by 10, it is a good night.
I don't think – good morning. Good morning to you. Good to see you, Mike. It was a great game, and I can tell you're not deep into the gambling world, because a gambler is sitting there the entire time saying, okay, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I have Miami in points, and I just need this to stay the same. Don't do anything crazy. So a gambler is going to watch it the entire way. It was such an entertaining game, Mike, and such a surprising game that actually allowed myself to think at one point in the third quarter, I think Miami's going to win it. I really thought Miami at times in this game had control of it and was in good position to win. So I've watched Miami the last couple of weeks. They're full games, 2 weeks in a row. And I've come to the conclusion it's not Mike McDaniel. It probably is some Chris Greer, but their problem is very simple. I don't know if Dolphins fans want to hear it. The problem is simple. It's the quarterback. The quarterback does things 3 weeks in a row. The quarterback does things that takes away great opportunities. Tua has some of the most puzzling, befuddling interceptions, Mike, that I have ever seen, including the game changer, game breaker last night.
And it's amazing how a 60-minute football game that takes 3 hours to play out can come down to 2 or 3 moments. In the first half, when it looked like the Bills were on the verge of turning a 14-7 game into 21-7, and then you press a little bit, 28-7, and then it's just a matter of what's the final score, 35-14, 31-10. The missed field goal by Matt Prater, which looked like I had kicked it. Ooh. You know, we're so spoiled by these guys banging them from 60 plus. That was a bad, ugly miss. And I was watching the game with my son. He's like, that got blocked, right? It's like, no, that was just a shank. That was just a bad kick.
He slipped.
It was a bad kick.
It's a bad weather game. It's Buffalo. It's bad weather. He must have slipped out there or something, right? Did he kick it with his non-kicking foot? Like, what did he do? That was a really terrible miss.
And this is one of those moments where analytics can't quantify what it means to the other team. You feel like you've been given a gift from the football gods. You feel like you've caught a break. At a time when You feel like you can't catch a single break. Return a punt for a touchdown. Oh, the other team returns the kick for a touchdown. Driving down to try to win the game. Guy steps out of bounds. Nothing's going our way. Everything is against us. And that happens. And that is the proverbial B12 shot for the Dolphins. There's no formula that accounts for that. You know, to go back to the Monday night game, when the Chargers did that stupid jet sweep on 4th and 1, when they're clearly in control of the game, and they hand the ball to the Raiders in Chargers territory, you're just asking for that same outcome where the team that's downtrodden, that's being smothered, that feels like we know how this night's going to go, all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, how about that? And I feel like that how about that last night for the Dolphins that woke them up was the Matt Prater ugly field goal, makeable field goal, shanked well to the left if you're looking at the goalpost, and all of a sudden we had a football game. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.